Picture.
Good afternoon, Chairman, members of the committee. I did not expect to speak today. I thought I would come and listen because although I'm a resident of New Hampshire, I've lived here for 50 years. And I will tell you that I have never been as afraid or as concerned or as worried as I am now. I was asked when I signed up for this at the last minute whether or not I was opposed or for. And I said, isn't it really the idea that you come and you listen to other people's opinions, you listen to testimony before you make a decision? I thought that's the way things worked in this country. It's the way it's supposed to work. The reason I'm here, one of the reasons, and I'm not going to address the elections or this or that, we've heard all kinds of testimony, and you are very well aware and intelligent enough to decipher what is true, what is factual, what might be just opinion, what might be just emotion. This is not a beauty contest. This is our government. This is what is important, the heartbeat of our soul, of our nation. Do I sound crazily passionate? Yes. Am I? Yes, I am. I try and struggle to hear people, so I talk very loudly, obviously. But I couldn't hear other people that I wanted to. What are their opinions? What are they saying? What are their experiences? And I just know my own, and I am worried. So I do some research because I like to find out for myself about these things. And one of the things I just ran across, another young woman spoke about it already. It was about this article that was in the Laconia. I wrote it down. This is my little piece of paper just so I won't get it wrong and be misquoting somebody. Laconia Daily Sun, June 30th, 2011. And this was a Justice Kathleen McGuire of the Supreme Court actually heard this case. And it involved the then district attorney and the assistant district attorney. And I won't get into the details of it because that is not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the ruling of the justice was that the district attorney and assistant district attorney should no longer, or were no longer to be, representing two people that were of opposing cases. That being said, it went on that this got brought back, contrary to the court's order, the AG's office continued to represent the two opposing parties, and I thought that can't be possibly true. But it was. So then that was brought to the committee overseeing the actions of the different people in this area, which is the Supreme Court. And someone brought it as some form of a complaint. Now I wonder, had it not been brought forth, what would have happened? Would they have continued to do this? I don't know. And whether that made a difference or not, that I don't know either. But I do not understand how it is possible that a justice of the Supreme Court can place an order to a district attorney and assistant district attorney telling them that they must follow this order, and that they somehow or other have decided, whether together or themselves separately, that they're not going to follow this order. Think about that. Think about that. So the other comment, and this is a quote, although the committee found no professional misconduct, that's good to know, it reminded the pair of their obligation to comply with court orders. How do you have to remind someone that as an officer of the court that they need to comply with a court order? I thought this cannot be possibly true. Isn't it the case that when you take a position in this state, whether it be whatever your political position, at some point you are asked to give an oath. You are asked to give an oath that you defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And if you're serving as a position in New Hampshire, then you are also asked to say that you will defend the Constitution of the state of New Hampshire. How do you defend a Constitution if you don't abide by its laws? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. I was told that when I was very young. So how do people that are so well educated, so schooled, have degrees, have all of this information with them, how do they think possibly that it is all right that you deviate from this and go out your own way? We have a system of justice here, and that system of justice says that we have redress. We can go, we can complain. If they didn't like the ruling, maybe the ruling wasn't good, although it was upheld later. But if it were not, that is not my issue. My issue is about how do we put someone in a position as a judge who at one point did not think the judge's decision or order was appropriate, so therefore ignored it. I would like that explained to me, just as a citizen of New Hampshire, just as myself, as a woman who's been here forever and just doesn't understand what is going on now. And as you said yourself, when the beginning of this meeting, which is what, almost 2.5 hours now, I heard it said, wow, we have more people than we have ever had for something like this. Why is that? That is because people are worried. People are showing up now because they don't know whom to believe or whom to be trusted. You have the left accusing the right of things. You have the right accusing the left. You have the people in the middle accusing fingers to both of them. Both of them, because nobody really knows. But what is in unison? What is the cry? What do you hear the very most? You know what I hear? You know what I hear from everybody? Whether it's CNN or Fox or Newsmax or whatever it is, no one is above the law. Think about that. No one is above the law. And I agree. I absolutely agree. And so I please, very humbly ask you, consider your position. Don't come in here with something I know you don't, or you're not supposed to. And we talk about bias and all of that. But the thing is, this is crucial. This is the most important, one of the most important decisions that you will make. And please, make it based on this, what is best for you, for your children, your grandchildren, but what is the best for posterity, for the very sake of this nation. For over 200 years, we have followed a constitution that has kept us. Thank God and under God has kept us safe. Please, I ask you to consider. Sorry for my emotion. That's
So we for or against?
doesn't matter. I'm asking you to listen.
Okay.
I'm asking you to
I
listen.
to everything
If I don't get an answer that if I think that this is absolute, then I'm against.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Right. For America.